how's it going, everyone? WTFSexyHeadphones here. Happy Tuesdays or Wednesdays to you guys. Let's rant about Overwatch 2, shall we? For those of you guys who know me, you know I am not much of a video game critic. I am a very simpleton in the gaming world, I will admit. I'm an easy-to-please person. If the gameplay is fun, if I like the atmosphere, things like that, I'm normally pretty chill. I'm not the person nitpicking little details of why this game suddenly sucks. You know what I mean? But what the fuck, Blizzard? What the ever-loving fuck did you do to Overwatch 2? Oh my god. I mean, this rant doesn't even need to happen. There's 1,000 others like it from way bigger people than me, but let me just rant too, because I don't bitch too much about video games and really big fuck-ups, but here's the day. First off, let's start about the fact that a lot of people are calling Overwatch 2 Overwatch 1.5. I'm going to go ahead and say that this is not Overwatch 1.5 because it feels like less of a game than Overwatch 1. They literally stripped away everything that was unique and different and even gave a sense of community in Overwatch from Overwatch 1 to 2. When you fucking load into Overwatch 1 from the start of a game to the end of a game, it literally feels like less of an experience and like less is going on because they took out so much little different things that made Overwatch Overwatch. Let's not even talk about the fact that, for one, Overwatch was already praised as a pretty damn good game, especially when it came out. It had great reviews. It was very popular. It piddled around towards the end because obviously Blizzard's been dragging their feet, this, that, whatever. But everyone liked Overwatch 1 for Overwatch 1. So why you would think to drastically change it from what made it unique, special, this, that, the other, to fucking this is beyond me. But let me explain what I mean by that. So we're talking, like, again, we're talking kind of smaller things here, but things that kind of accumulated to the entire experience. So we're talking the borders, the level up system, like the medals, things like that. Things that gave the individual person like a little sense of uniqueness, a little track of their own progress, and then again, medal system, things like that as far as in-game. Gives you at least some sense of how you're doing, or a sense of pride if you got those gold medals, things like that. Now again, any fucking rational player can tell you medals don't mean everything. There's times where I have fucking nothing, but I'm like, I'm certain I'm doing some shit as this tank, as whoever, as I know I'm making plays and backing up the people I need to back up to make them kick ass and like turn over these fights. You know what I'm saying? We all know medals don't mean everything, but it also is still nice when you got them and you're just like, oh yeah, like I'm doing pretty good. Like, you know, I'm a little bit of, like, again, it's a nice feeling. It's fun. They took that shit out because of toxic bitches, toxic nonsense. Oh, it's toxic. People are toxic over that shit. Blah, 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 blah. For one, have any of you guys played League of Legends, Call of Duty? I don't know about you guys, but if you played games like that, I have not seen nearly the level of toxic people in Overwatch as I have seen in those games. I literally fucking quit League of Legends due to how constantly fucking toxic not only your own damn teammates are, but the fucking enemy team is, and like literally everyone who freaking breathes that game. Quit that game for that. Overwatch, any video game has toxic players. Every fucking video game has toxic players. You can play a co-op game and people will be toxic because they're a dick. That is how life goes. But realistically, in my personal experience with Overwatch, even I was relatively pleasantly surprised with competitive when I started dabbling my toes a little bit into competitive. I didn't do it too much. I dicked around with a few seasons. Competitive's not my gig, but messed around with it for a few seasons, and I was relatively pleasantly surprised because I was expecting it to be like League, where everyone is just a fucking psychotic piece of fucking shit. I rarely get people who are throwing a fit in there, and then normally, if one person throws a fit, a lot of the times the other people are chill, like, bro, like, calm down, like, you know what I mean? Like, I have had very little experience in the grand scheme of things in my career of Overwatch of dealing with toxic people. It is not that big of an issue to me. You guys, again, debate with me if you will. Maybe you had more toxic experience. I had very little toxic experience with people. Again, like, it happens in every game. but not enough in this game to where I think that you have to take away people's own unique identifiers, like their little medal system, the card system at the end of the game, the lobby, things like that. Like, it was not that bad that you need to like do those types of things to take away those extra little pieces for the player. And on top of that too, so this is where I'm going to go into the community thing. There's no end of game lobby now, and you can't even endorse enemy players. So the other day, literally yesterday, I was playing Reinhardt, and on the enemy team there's another Reinhardt, and me and him somehow kept mirroring each other's move. If he charged, I charged. If he tried to do his ult, I was ulting too. Like, we literally kept mirroring each other, and we're laughing in all chat, just being like, oh my god, Ryan, like, we are so like in sync, you know what I mean? We are having a great time. And while you can only endorse one person now, which also bothers me, you can only endorse one person now, I wanted to use my endorsement on the enemy Ryan, because I'm like, you know what? Great sportsmanship. This dude was cool. Like, me and this guy had a lot of fun back and forth, like, fighting each other. You can't even endorse the fucking enemies anymore. And then on top of that, too, the moment the game ends, you have the play of the game still, which is cool. And then the game just immediately drops you back into the main screen. It feels so empty and so hollow. And again, yes, sometimes you can get toxic experiences when everyone's in an all chat lobby, but I would say more often than not, me and my friends had a fun time in the after game lobby. Sometimes it was chatting with our team, sometimes it was chatting with the enemy team, joking around, laughing, and again, we had a fun time even with the card system, things like that. We all around had a great time with it. And it's fucking gone. Like, literally, again, everything that lets you interact with the other players, that shows your own individuality, has been taken out of the game, and it just feels so minimal now. Again, and this is why I'm thinking, like, 1.5 is not even a good enough description for Overwatch 2, because when I play Overwatch 2, I literally feel like I'm not playing a finished game anymore. And then the other big complaint, too, which I'm not even complaining at this point, like, the other big complaint is the fact that the main point that people were talking about Overwatch 2 is having PvE, which, God knows when that's going to be. We literally just have the same game, but slightly different mechanics to it, a few new maps, one less tank. It feels so pointless. Like, I legitimately would rather play Overwatch 1 right now, but they took away Overwatch 1, so fuck us, I guess. We can't play Overwatch 1 now, probably because they knew everyone would literally rather play Overwatch 1 as opposed to Overwatch 2, so they're like, well, if we get rid of the game, they have no choice but to get their Overwatch fixed by playing fucking Overwatch 0.5. Drives me nuts. And then let's talk about fucking Battle Pass while we're at it, because, we gotta naturally go into that. Again, this once more tags along into the fact that Overwatch is losing what made it unique. Pretty much what someone explained to me, which is a perfect way to explain it, is literally Blizzard is dead and Activision is masquerading as Blizzard's fucking corpse. And that is 100% what this fucking feels like. It literally feels like Activision masquerading as fucking Blizzard's goddamn corpse. That Battle Pass is so damn cringy. And again, let me give you a base of things. I don't have a problem per se with Battle Pass. I have a problem when a game was doing great and was, to me, perfect how it was, and you have to make it like fucking everything else. So if you guys know me, I've been playing a fuck ton of the Cycle Frontier. It's a free-to-play game. They have Battle Pass. A lot of people don't like that game, and I fucking love it. I am so into the Cycle Frontier right now. I am all for it. I don't have an issue with their Battle Pass system or anything like that. The moment I played the game, that's what I signed up for. But Overwatch decided they were going to take out loot boxes because of gambling to have a fucking pay Battle Pass fucking system to feel like goddamn Call of Duty. God, does this feel like Call of Duty now. And it's not even just the Battle Pass that makes it feel like such a COD thing. They, instead of, again, having borders and things like that, you now have the really cringy, like, oh, here's your unlock title, and here's your little background, and here's your fucking charms. Like, you literally just feel like you're playing a fucking made-up Call of Duty with a different style, you know what I mean? Again, like, obviously the gameplay is different, but it's like, I liked what made Overwatch unique, and they're different things. Like, they made an effort to be different than the other popular games, and they were successful at it. And again, they're complaining like, oh, loot boxes, like, it's gambling. Like, bitch, I adore the fact that I can play a game and through my own efforts, I can win free shit. I don't understand who is bad about, okay, did you pay for a $60 game? Yeah, okay, cool. We have a system where when you play, we'll give you free extra shit that we come out with and you don't have to pay for it. Just play the fucking game. Who has a problem with that? Who has a problem with getting free shit? Cool, now if I want a fucking skin, I literally have to spend money on it. I would rather pay $60 for a good game, a good, polished, finished, unique game, than I would for fucking this free-to-play bullshit. I would 100% pay for quality. If Overwatch 2 was $60 right now, fuck, if it was even $80, possibly more because I literally spent 1,000 hours just about in Overwatch 1. I don't know why I'm pointing this way. This is where Overwatch 1 is. In the fucking closet, dead. Skeletons, bro. Anyway. I would rather pay $60, $80 for a freaking good Overwatch 2 and the classic system than I would for this free-to-play bullshit. I don't understand who the fuck bitched about loot boxes. Oh no, I play the game and I get free stuff by playing the game. I just don't know what it is. It's a mystery. Who fucking, are you joking? And then on top of that, it's not like the loot boxes are the end all be all because you have the coin currency thing in there too. So it's like, oh, okay, cool. I didn't get what I wanted. Let me save up my currency, which I get for free by playing the game. And I can still buy that skin that I wanted or that emote or whatever it is. Who the fuck had a problem with that system? Now, again, if you guys remember the loot boxes, let me use this as an example. Halloween's coming up, right? You want those sweet ass Halloween skins because they are cool, or maybe those emotes. And you know what keeps getting in your way? Sprays and voice lines. You're getting duplicates left and right. That is the cheap loot box shit that everyone gets trying to claw their way through to get to the good stuff. You know what really made me stop looking at Battle Pass was the fact that voice lines are under premium. Fucking voice lines that no one cares about. Again, they're fun, they're cute, they add extra to the game. I'm not saying I don't like voice lines, but are they worth premium paid fucking money in comparison to, again, when you're comparing it to the fact that this was the shit loot box crap that you literally hated to get for the most part because you're trying to get the skin. Like every time you open it, here's your silvers and blues and you're like, oh my god, duplicates again. That was that shit. And now voice lines that were the cheapest freaking shit that everyone got no matter what because it's the first thing that you get because they're blocking you from your sweet ass Reaper skin. That is under premium Battle Pass. Are you fucking kidding me? Again, the voice lines are cute, they're fun, but are you fucking joking? Premium Battle Pass of voice line, oh my god, everything about it is so frustrating. It's just from, again, the fact that they literally stripped down everything that made it unique down to the very base of the players, the fact that there's no sense of community anymore, you have no lobby where you can talk to the other team anymore, you can't even endorse the enemy team when you're having a good time, and you're just like, you know what, this enemy guy was a good sport person, fuck yeah, man, like, I want to give it to you, dude, like, it was a good game, like, sportsmanship all the way, hell yeah. You can't even do that anymore. It's literally, it feels like they're just separating the players more and more because they're worried about toxicity. Why do I feel like I said that weird? They're worried about toxic people. And again, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but last I played League or Call of Duty, I felt way more toxic bullshit in that game and assholes than I have ever felt in Overwatch. I rarely deal with assholes. Again, you deal with the occasional one, but it's not enough to me to be a problem. And again, if you guys play Overwatch, you let me know if you feel like you've dealt with it enough to be a problem that they literally had to strip the game down to the fucking bare bone basics and then instead replace it with cringy COD mechanics of, here's your stupid little title. Oh, here's your background border. Oh, here's your fucking charms. Like, okay, cool. So like now it's just the same as everything else. Now we literally have it the same as everything else. And then we're not even getting into like I'm not even getting into gameplay for the most part right now. We're not even getting into the tank mechanics now. Me and my friends loved Mystery Heroes. I'm just going to touch base on this. Me and my friend loved Mystery Heroes just because it makes you branch out and play different things. If you get 2-3 tanks in Mystery Heroes, you're so fucked now because tanks are so over buffed. And if you play open queue, literally people are mainly playing more tanks than DPS because it's more beneficial to play more tanks than it is DPS. So if you do an open queue style game or Mystery Heroes, it feels more unbalanced than ever than the old system ever did because the tanks are so buffed up. Now I will say, let's have a positive note. I will say it is fun playing the buffed up tanks. I love playing D.Va and I love playing Winston. And again, I've been playing Reinhardt recently. I'm not a big Reinhardt player. I'm not great at him. I miss all my charges. But I've been playing Reinhardt as well. And it is fun playing a really buffed up tank. But you don't really feel much like a tank anymore, as depending who you're playing, you feel like DPS plus. When I play, say, like Orisa, because they're taking out shields, things like that, I felt like instead of being able to kind of like, okay, let me try and block my team with my shields and then, you know, kind of shoot this and that, kind of gather it and kind of like, again, like I'm more there to support my team. Again, you're there to support, but like as Orisa, I feel like you have to play extremely offensive as opposed to defensive. Like the game feels a lot more offensive and it feels like there's a lot less room for defense, if you will. Let me know if you guys get those vibes as well. But even that is just, I'm iffy on how the gameplay branches out because for one, I hate role queue. I always either do open role queue or I do, again, Mystery Heroes just because I do find it fun. But I hate role queue because you know what? If one person is DPS and they're sucking as DPS, you're fucked. You know what I mean? Like, I like having the ability of, you know what, this person's not being a great healer, I'll swap healer and see if we can turn this game around. Or vice versa, I like having that flexibility. But on top of that too, you find that the meta combo is not always, you know, the surefire thing. You can do outside of the box things and it will work. You know what I mean? It makes it more fun, it gives it more originality, it gives you more options. You know what I mean? I can't even imagine. I mean, I imagine it's more balanced if you play the role queue because you can only have the one tank. But if you're playing anything else, it's mainly people playing a lot of tanks. And again, I will agree the tanks are fun. They're super buffed, but it's just, you really feel like you're just playing a lot more offensive. There's a lot less, it feels like there's a lot less room for like a good defense. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys are getting those vibes or not. That's what I've been kind of feeling. I've been talking with my friends. They're kind of feeling that too. It just feels off. And again, I'm not making this too much about the gameplay because the gameplay is still new. So, you know, maybe all the players will adjust, you know what I mean? And we'll kind of get into the groove of things. Like people are still figuring it out. So a lot of the gameplay kind of feels still sloppy. Depending like what type of team you get, a lot of the gameplay still kind of feels kind of sloppy and all over the place. So I don't really want to touch on the gameplay all too much, but from what I have, it's the balance of it depending on what game modes you play is iffy at best. You know what I mean? Holy crap, this is almost 18 minutes now. It's going to be 18 minutes. We're going to start stopping now because I probably repeated myself 1,000 times and said way more than I need to. But anyway, if you guys are Overwatch fans, let me know what you guys think. Or if you're Blizzard fans or whatever it be, let me know if you guys hit up Overwatch 2, if you played Overwatch 1. Let me know what your thoughts are. And I'm not even touching base on all the fucking issues. I'm just going off of what I can think of right now. There's more issues than that is. I'm not even touching base on other dumb shit because I already forgot if I even did at this point. Oh my god. Anyway, that's my rant, you guys. I'm so upset. I have like almost 1,000 hours in Overwatch 1 and they fucking killed 2 and I'm hoping that the community rants and raves so much about this shit that they fix it and they really hightail it the other direction. I feel like it won't happen because again, fucking Activision Masquerade corpse bullshit. I feel like it's not going to happen, but I have the most minuscule hope that they'll start reverting back, realizing like, okay, like literally no one is on board with fucking almost all the changes we've made, but we shall see. Anyway, that is it for this rant, you guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and I will see you in the rest of the week with some stalker videos and some streaming. Bye!